It's the Chelley Roy Show. It's the Chelley Roy Show. It's the Chelley Roy Show, and it's going down. You can laugh, you can learn. Chelley Roy, it's your turn. You can laugh, you can learn. Chelley Roy, it's your turn. You can laugh, you can learn. Chelley Roy, it's your turn. You can laugh, you can learn. Chelley Roy, it's your turn.
I love you guys right back. Thank you so much for tuning into the Chelley Roy Show. I am your host, Chelley Roy, and we have an amazing show for you guys tonight. I pray that you guys are continuing to stay safe and sanitized. I pray that you guys are having a great week so far. Before we kick off the show, we always like to start with thanking our sponsors. The Chelley Roy Show is sponsored by Built on Survival Skills Apparel. We're also sponsored by Liquid Lipo, where you could lose up to a pound a day. And we're also sponsored by Be Treated Sweet Treats. I also want to thank my makeup artist, Amber Singletary, and my photographer, Mr. Steven Tucker. You guys stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, because up next, we have Miss Gayela Byrum and DC's Black Broadway's own, the Golden Girlz. You guys stay tuned.
Do you or anyone you know have a business or a brand you want to promote? Would you like to be a guest or be a part of our studio audience? If so, contact us at thechelleyroyshow@gmail.com or contact us on Instagram at The Chelley Roy Show. Can't wait to hear from you guys.
I love it. Thank you guys so much for the warm and welcome energy. Again, I am your host, Chelley Roy. My first guest is here to promote her We Will Survive Cancer. You guys help me welcome Miss Gayela Byrum. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. This is lovely.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. When I heard about all the amazing things that your organization stood for, I definitely had to have you before us so that you could help out a lot of different folks and their families. So tell us who Gayela is and tell us a little bit about your organization, We Will Survive Cancer.
My name, again, is Gayela. I've been in Washington, D.C. area since 1979.
Okay.
And so I kind of feel like I'm a native now.
Yes.
We started We Will Survive Cancer in 2009. My daughter-in-law had been diagnosed with cancer, and so it was at her inspiration.
Okay.
She passed away in 2011.
Oh, I'm sorry. For
And
your
so,
loss.
but in the meantime, she actually educated us on families and how families suffer from
Absolutely.
cancer. Yeah, I mean, having to deal with cancer. The patient's taken care of, the family's often left just kind of flying around.
It's really hard.
Yes.
For the education, especially if you're not really sure what to expect.
Right.
And the support. So with the organization that was inspired by your daughter, what type of services do you guys actually provide that helps the families?
At Christmas, we do gifting called Making Spirits Bright. And so we get wish lists from patients,
Oh, wow.
and
Okay.
ask them to fill it out. What would their children like? The last couple of years have been kind of tight because of the pandemic
Yeah,
and
of course.
money coming in. But in the past, we've done things elaborate, and recently it was just sweaters, coats, necessities that the children need.
Which is important also.
Yes, it is. It really was. During the pandemic, we were able to supply food and supplies to different families that couldn't get out and actually shop at a store. We also helped Howard University Cancer Center start their food pantry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
That's
it was
really
really good. And up until the pandemic started, Josie Valdez in her Josie's Faces would always do makeovers for the during mammography days at Howard.
Oh, we
So-
just love Josie. Let's
Yeah.
give her a round of applause. That's so amazing. So
She
amazing. And it's also helpful, especially with, the cancer patients.
Right.
They're already dealing with a lot mentally. There's a lot of doubt there. So Josie and her organization plays a vital role in that, in helping to boost their spirits,
Absolutely.
their confidence. So that's very important.
It is, and I've been there in some of the makeovers, and the difference in seeing somebody come in with no eyelashes, eyebrows, hair, whatever, and
The
then leave with
transformation.
with wigs or in beautiful makeup. I mean, she's amazing with makeup artist. So
Yeah.
it does make a big difference.
Yeah, it's a huge need for it, especially with the transformation. You know what I mean?
Well, and I always like the positive, trying to offer hope to people, because it's really tragic sometimes the way that families go through. I know that in the beginning we had what we call pink parties for little girls, and so we'd bring them in, let them go shopping and in some of the stores in Georgetown. And I know that one of the little girls was interviewed afterwards, and she told the person that it was a way for them to have a few hours away from cancer.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Just to try to take your mind off of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just kind of focus on something positive.
So we've taken children to sporting events, nationals, Wizards games, down the river on the Monumental Boat Tour, where they could actually drive a little boat.
Yeah.
So
There's a little bit of hope in all of
Yeah.
that. So talk to me about, I know your organization supports families that are directly impacted with cancer. Talk to me about how your organization aligns itself with those families. Like, for instance, you learn of a patient who has just recently been diagnosed. How would that process take place? What is that process,
Well,
like?
we work with Life with Cancer. We work with Howard University Cancer Center. We've worked with Lombardi,
Okay.
St. Agnes in Baltimore,
Okay.
Wonders and Worries in Texas, and some other organizations in other states.
Okay.
It just depends on, but they're vetted by these organizations. They provide the cure, or they provide counseling or other things, but getting into actually gifting them or doing special events for them is not really part of their mission.
Yeah, of course. No, that makes sense. So I was just trying to understand like that process.
Right,
So
no.
I really feel like your organization adds so much value to the different families. And I know you are getting ready to host your big gala, your fundraiser.
Right.
Talk to us about that. We Will Survive, the gala on the 25th.
March 25th at the Lamborghini in Sterling showroom. We're really excited about it. We have some wonderful sponsors. Warren Shad of Shad Pianos is offering a piano and a pianist. And Bitcoin Rodney is a gold sponsor.
Okay.
And Coca-Cola. Those are three of our big
That's
sponsors. Yeah. And Macy's. Macy's has worked with us for the last 3 years.
That's amazing. So what can we expect at the gala?
Well, hopefully it's going to be a wonderful event.
Okay.
Cocktails. We have Susan Smallwood is providing her caviar bar,
Yes.
which we're really looking forward to. She has
Okay.
wonderful caviar in her brand now, so that's really exciting for her.
No, it sounds exciting.
And we'll be doing a few speeches and some awards.
Okay.
We're
So you'll be
honoring.
honored. That's what I was going to say.
We're honoring Maureen McDonald Weschler this year. She's a 22-year cancer survivor. She's dealing with cancer. She has been for 22 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's truly amazing what your organization is doing. And I feel like the gratifying part in that and what you guys are doing is being able to be that beacon of light and to give hope back to, the patients and their families.
Yeah, the misconception is that, you're not providing money for a cure, but that's not what we do. Our mission is literally to take care of families.
And that's important because it can be a lot. It can take a toll on the family.
Absolutely.
Just from the mental perspective, the emotional, and then, not even talking about, the financial part of it.
Well, that's true. And the cost of treatment is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, and if you don't have insurance, it's not, I don't know how you handle that.
Yeah. It's really hard. So I think what you guys are doing is very remarkable. So in addition to helping families, do you guys provide transportation, like to and from, like for some of the patients? Or?
We have scheduled Uber drives for families because getting into the insurance of driving somebody to and from can be really costly, and we don't have that kind of insurance to cover it.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, and then you think about the liabilities and all that, so that definitely makes sense. What other ways were you guys actually getting yourselves out there and educating others in terms of the services you provided before you were able to do like your galas? Because I know during COVID, like how were you able to navigate through that?
It was difficult.
Yeah.
It really was a very difficult period. And basically what we did was just keep in touch with the organizations. Howard University Cancer Center specifically is one of the organizations that we work the most with, I would say. They've been very generous with allowing us to do what we can to help with, their patients. But we also are keeping in touch with Virginia Oncology, which is in Norfolk and Newport News.
That's important.
And St. Agnes. And, each year we've always had a Mother's Day brunch. So we have not been able to do that for the last couple of years. I'd really like for us to be able to do it again this year.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
So that's in the plans then for this upcoming year?
It's in my plan.
Okay.
In my head.
We're going to manifest it. We're going
Right.
to speak it into existence. That will be great.
Yes, it would be, because we haven't been able to do it for since 2019, actually.
Yeah. And with everything that's going on, everybody is missing or wanting that sense of fellowship, being able to be social, You know what I mean? And to be recognized and feel special on that day. So.
Well, that's true. And so many of the mothers that we've seen before, they really didn't have someone, to be with them to celebrate them. So
that's tough.
Yeah, it is.
I commend you again. You guys are doing some amazing work. So are you guys accepting sponsors?
Absolutely.
Of course, donations?
We would love sponsors and donations, absolutely.
Okay. And so where would one go to get the tickets for the 25th? Give us information on that.
We have it's on Eventbrite, and also it's on our social media and the website, wewillsurvivecancer.org.
Okay. That's across all platforms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's perfect. Now, what about a hotline? Like, do you have like an outreach or a way for folks to just kind of reach out to you? Because I know a lot of times you have certain situations where patients don't necessarily have family that they're close to.
And we have certainly worked with people that don't come to us through Life with Cancer or Howard or some of the other organizations. They can reach us through our website. There's a way for them to send an email, or they can call me.
Okay.
And my phone number is 202-257-7930.
I love that. One more time.
202-257-7930.
That's great. So what words of encouragement would you give to a new cancer patient who has been diagnosed, or just to, mentally just stay in the fight and not to give up?
Never give up, never give in, just keep on keeping on.
That's good advice. And
my daughter-in-law did coin 2 phrases, which I think are beautiful. Don't waste my cancer and eat life with a big spoon. So
Don't waste my cancer.
Yes, and that's a very important one. In fact, we're creating awards for those 2 slogans this year.
Okay, so explain to us what she means by that.
She meant that when she was diagnosed, she should have been diagnosed when she was pregnant with my grandson, but she was diagnosed when he was like 13 months old.
Okay.
And she passed away when he was 6. And so in that amount of time, instead of feeling really sorry for herself, she jumped in and raised over $125,000 for Komen Austin during that 4.5 years.
Absolutely remarkable.
So, yeah. And in her early treatment, chemo sometimes lasts 6-7 hours. Young women that didn't have transportation or because their husband had left them, she was driving them home, sometimes 35 miles.
Oh, wow.
So it was very
How
important.
Humble and noble of that.
Yeah, it was a lesson to me that regardless of what your situation is, you have to jump in. You have to do over and above what you think you're capable of.
I agree with that. No matter your circumstances or your situations, I do believe that no matter what you're going through, when you're giving of yourself to help others, you definitely feel better. So
yeah, absolutely.
I agree with that for sure. So one last time, tell everybody where they can go get tickets, anything else you need them to know about the gala on the 25th.
Well, we'd love to have everyone join us. We Will Survive Cancer, www.wewillsurvivecancer.org.
Perfect.
And, or call me, 202-257-7930.
Perfect. You guys be sure to go to Eventbrite and get your ticket for We Will Survive Cancer Gala on the 25th. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Do you or anyone you know have a business or a brand you want to promote? Would you like to be a guest or be a part of our studio audience? If so, contact us at thechelleyroyshow@gmail.com or contact us on Instagram at The Chelley Roy Show. Can't wait to hear from you guys.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You are a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Oh, they're my girlfriends, y'all.
It's the Chelley Roy Show. It's the Chelley Roy Show. It's the Chelley Roy Show, and it's going on. You can laugh, you can learn. Chelley Roy, it's your turn. You can laugh, you can learn. Chelley Roy, it's your turn. You can laugh, you can learn. Chelley Roy, it's your turn. You can laugh, you can learn. Chelley Roy, it's your turn.
Do you or anyone you know have a business or a brand you want to promote? Would you like to be a guest or be a part of our studio audience? If so, contact us at thechelleyroyshow@gmail.com or contact us on Instagram at The Chelley Roy Show. Can't wait to hear from you guys.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You are a pal and a confidant. And if
thought process in terms of the twist that he put in it. But where did Jerome come from? Because that wasn't a part of the original Golden Girls.
That was the twist.
Right?
And Shanae.
And Shanae.
Yes.
Yeah.
It just added more humor.
That's what I was
more
going to say.
variety.
Yeah,
Yes.
for the humor
and he's
variety.
known for writing comedies, so it just added to the production.
So talk to me about your role and how did you have to prepare for that? Do you have a humorous side?
I have a few. Well, no, not really.
No.
Dorothy is straight to the point.
Okay.
She's protective over her mom, over her sisterhood.
Yeah.
I really don't have a humorous side, but I'm the one who keeps everything in line,
Keep it
which
together.
is kind of like my regular personality.
All right. And that's needed.
Uh,
You know what I
yes.
mean? With so many things that are going on, there needs to be someone who keeps the organization and the structure.
Absolutely.
So that's important.
And
you said
that
that's
is who?
Kathleen? That will be her?
Yes, it is.
That will be her?
Yes.
That would
you
be
see,
I.
you said she was fixing me
Yes.
before we went on. She's
I
like,
want us all
your him has to be right.
in line. That's it. And all succeed.
I love that.
Got it. If you need some prune juice, cat got it. Barney back.
Oh, wow.
I got it.
Do you have kids or you've just
I
always
do.
been like, see,
Yes.
it's
I have a
nothing wrong with
5-year-old.
that. Being prepared.
Very prepared.
I love that.
And a planner. Yes, I am.
Oh my goodness. So have you guys, I know I'm going a little bit off of topic, but that's okay. So have you guys ever had a situation where you needed something and you thought Kat had it and she didn't?
No,
Really?
no.
Wow.
or even if you're breaking down and you're like, I can't do this, I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. She's like, get it together.
Let's pull it together right now.
Let's get it together.
We got this.
Pull your bootstraps up. Let's go. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm good now. Thank you,
I
Kat.
love it. So did you guys know each other before doing the play?
No.
No.
So how did you guys build this synergy? Because it doesn't always work out this way, where you're able to project it so wonderfully on stage. Like how did that work? Was it because of you snapping everybody?
No,
in
it's
the
because
shape?
of all of us. We all have great personalities,
Okay.
and we all just mesh together, you know?
And we spend so much time together, you know, during rehearsals and meetings and going to study our lines together. So we spend a lot of time together. And one thing I love about these ladies is they have so much respect, because I can be kind of a diva.
Yeah.
And
Own it.
And let's
Nothing wrong.
pull it together.
Let's pull it.
and
Let's pull it together.
They never get upset at me. They never fuss at me. They're never like,
I love that.
they're never mad at me or really angry where it's like a beef or
No,
anything
no.
like that.
I love that.
My personality, our personalities are celebrated through each other. So
love that.
it just works.
And then I also think that, like as far as like all of the characters, each one of us are similar to our character.
Definitely.
And that's what I was going to ask you.
Yes.
So talk to me about
So-
your character and how you feel like you can identify and are similar.
Okay, well, I just want to finish real quick. I
Okay,
was just going to say
yep.
that basically the same way that the Golden Girls on TV mesh together and they work, that's how we work, you know, through our characters as well. And as far as my character, I play Rosie. Rosie is sort of the dingbat, you know, she's in her own world and just oblivious to everything around her. And for me, that wasn't really hard to do because that's like really me all the time.
You're just oblivious to everything that's going on.
And you know, I may seem kind of quiet, but I do have a very silly, goofy side. So it wasn't really hard to play the role for me. Yeah.
You know, I love a sense of humor. Like, it's so necessary. In
Laughter is
today's-
necessary, and for healing.
In today's
Yes,
time,
yes.
it's so necessary. So healing is very,
Yes.
very important. So we're gonna kind of jump around a little bit because my mind is racing. The intro that I saw is so funny, like with you on the bike. And who was it that was on the treadmill that was getting ready to fall
That
off?
was me.
That was
Oh my God.
See, that's my goofy side. 'Cause
Jink.
I act like that at home sometimes, so
Oh
quiet
my
as kept.
God. I had to watch it a couple times. I was just
Hilarious.
hilarious. Oh my goodness. So you guys are touring. You guys are selling out tickets everywhere. You guys sold out in DC. How did it feel to have DC show you that Chocolate City love? Right?
Amazing.
You know, this is our home, so you know, some would think if you can't sell out here, you can't sell out anywhere else. So it
Yeah.
felt good, and the feedback is always good. And people literally call me Bianca.
Yeah.
You know, and they know me. I'm like, but you've known me for years. And they're still like, hey, Bianca.
Hey, Bianca.
So it felt amazing.
That is
really, it did.
really, really good.
And DC is a very supportive city, so just to be supported by DC, I mean, it was just phenomenal. Just really,
absolutely
yeah,
love that. I was seeing it all over the place, and I was just like, I can't believe it. This is amazing, absolutely amazing. So talk to me about your character.
Well, much like Sophia from the original Golden Girls, I am the spunk and the fire.
Okay.
I bring the sarcasm as well as the wit and the quips. That is me in real life as well.
Okay.
You know, that's just who I am. I have been preparing for this role since let's say
forever.
the year 1996.
Yeah.
When I used to go to the babysitter's house. You see, there's a difference between the daycare center
Bring
and the
it.
babysitter's house.
Bring
The
it.
babysitter's house.
Bring
You know,
it.
when I got there first thing, you know, all the other kids, they want to watch cartoons. No. I am watching TBS. I'm watching Mama's Family.
Absolutely.
And I'm watching the
Okay.
Golden Girls. So, like,
Listen,
I've been watching it my whole life.
I remember that. Mama's Family, the Golden Girls, the lady with the purse. Yeah, you really took it back. You definitely took
That
it
was
back.
my life.
You took it back for sure. It was something else I was going to say, but it'll come back to me. So talk to me a little bit about your role.
Well, I do play Bianca, as we stated before. So she is based on Blanche.
Yes.
So she's very feisty and sexy and classy all at the same time.
Okay.
And-
Hold that thought, Branch.
Okay.
The producers are telling us we have to go to a break.
Okay,
But there's
okay,
more
no
to come.
problem.
You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You are a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew. You would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card exchange would say, thank you for being a friend. Oh, they're my girlfriends, y'all.
It's the Chelley Roy Show. It's the Chelley Roy Show. It's the Chelley Roy Show, and it's going on. You can laugh, you can learn. Chelley Roy, it's your turn. You can laugh, you can learn. Chelley Roy, it's your turn. You can laugh, you can learn. Chelley Roy, it's your turn. You can laugh, you can learn. Chelley Roy, it's your turn.
Welcome back to the Chelley Roy Show. I am here again, joined with the cast of the Golden Girls. Welcome back, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. So we left off, Miss Bianca, with you telling us what your role in the play is.
Yes.
Your character.
Bianca is very flirty. She's sexy. She's classy. She is a mixture of Jack A, Felicia Rashad, and Jennifer Lewis.
Well, you taking it way back.
You know, she's a mixture of all three of those.
I love all
Again,
of
like
them.
Akiba said, very easy for me to play.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of like that anyway. As an actress, of course, I want to show range. I want to play other roles. And, you know, just going back to Lavelle and DC Black Broadway, that's why we all are very fortunate and happy to be a part of the movement, because just because I'm playing a sexy, flirty girl here, I could be playing someone totally different in another play. So it's truly a blessing. But I love playing Bianca.
That's good.
Especially because I get to show my cleavage and stuff, and I get to be
you.
sexy and all of that.
You get to be you.
Yes, yes.
So each of you, I want to know what your first audition was like. So when you walked in, did you know that you were going to be auditioning for Blanche, or was it a certain skit that you had to do just to see, like you said, your range?
Well, I prepared 2 monologues. One was Rosie, and one was Blanche. And I came in and I asked, could I please do both? And they were like, no, you cannot. You have to choose one or the other. Okay. So again, of course, Blanche is easier for me. So I thought, let me go with the easier one, which the one I know I will do really well at. And I actually saw him at a wine festival.
Okay.
And I knew what he was doing because I did another podcast before. He came on there, I saw him, and I was like, look, I want to be in one of your plays. And he was like, yeah. People tell me that all the time. If you really want to be in one of my plays, come to the audition. Yeah. So I showed up at the audition. Good for you. And after it was over, he came out. And Lavelle is very dramatic. He's so fun-loving. He loves people. He came out and he was like, who are you? Where have you been? Why ain't you been here? And I was like, well, I am Kim G, and I'm here now. So it was really, really, it was exciting. It was fun and very positive.
Like Sounds amazing. And what about you? What was your first audition like? Same question.
Well, my first audition was actually a couple of years ago for DC Black Broadway, and I was not a part of the production at all. So the first time that the Golden Girlz performed at City Winery, I worked behind stage. Okay. So I was the stage assistant, and I just, knew that I had to be around to, get to where I needed to be. But I always made it clear as to what my purpose is and what I want to do. I don't mind helping, I don't mind assisting, but I want to act.
Way to go.
So I was working behind the scenes with the set, doing whatever I needed to do to make the production go by smoothly. And then the opportunity came for me to play Dorothy.
I love that. Way to position yourself.
Definitely.
Go after what you want.
It's always about putting yourself in a win-win situation.
Absolutely. I love that. And what about you?
Well, for me, I'm going to say picture it. I was sitting in my car. It was a 2004 Mitsubishi Endeavor. And I was scrolling through Instagram.
She's a comedian.
I am.
Oh my God.
I was scrolling through Instagram and I see a flyer. So I call a number. It was a random Google Voice number. I thought I was going to get kidnapped. Fortunately, that wasn't what happened. I got in contact and they sent me a script. I said, okay, I'm going to go out for this. So I'm confident in everything that I do, right? But when I got inside of that room and I seen all these women here to audition, I seen a woman show up and she had on a muumuu.
Wow.
Whole muumuu and some slippers. I said, oh, I hope she's not going out for what I was going for. So, they were auditioning us fours because, of course, they wanted to see chemistry and everything like that. Yeah. So I got there and I read and I was just Sophie. And they were blown away. You humble brag.
As I
but yes, they were blown away, and I've been Sophie ever since.
I love it. How could you not?
That's really a question.
I absolutely love it. What about you?
Well, for me, my first audition was a little nerve-wracking because I wasn't a part of the cast before. I was a replacement. Okay. So I wasn't a part of the Golden Girlz when they first started doing it. Okay. So I knew I had to sort of, step it up to try to do it the best way that I could to sort of match the previous Rosie's energy. Okay. So I just tried my best and I just added my little twist into it, my own personality. Yeah. And did the monologue, submitted it, and then I got a call back, not right away, but like maybe 2 days later, saying that they loved it.
I love it. I am so proud of you guys.
Thank
Sure.
you.
Like Black Girl Magic. Like I'm
I'm proud of you.
You guys.
Yes.
Yes.
You are
Very-
beautiful.
You are fabulous.
Yes.
and
so
awesome.
much.
You are
Thank you
amazing.
So,
Really.
so much. Thank you. Can we give it up for the creative director at DC Black Broadway, Miss Angela Washington? I know
Oh, definitely.
for all of the graphics and everything that she does for DC Black Broadway.
She does so much.
Super amazing.
Yes.
Super amazing.
Super talented.
Very much so. Very much so. So you guys are going into the third episode. So I have a question. You guys are doing the stage play production. So why is it called an episode? Is it shown somewhere else too, or is that just how it's going with the production, or?
Every time we have a production, it's a different play. So we call it an episode.
Okay.
So last year we did The Date. This year we did a version of The Date, but it's much different than the one we did before. Before that, we did one called The Pecker.
The infamous
The
Pecker.
infamous
Pecker.
Pecker. So we'll be doing a different episode later on in the year. So every production is a different play. So we just call it an episode.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Like the Golden Girlz had episodes. It
Yeah,
could be something like that, you know.
that makes sense. I just wanted to ask that question. I knew that it was
Great
a production
question.
play,
Right.
but when I was reading, through everything, doing my due diligence, I saw that you guys just wrapped up episode 2 and was on episode 3, and then I was like, wait, are they on YouTube? Is it somewhere else? So that's why I wanted to ask that question, just to get clarification.
Great question.
So no, that's perfect. So you guys are on a 4-city tour, right? So you guys already did DC, you did Philly, and
Well, we're doing Atlanta April the 3rd.
okay,
And then we're going to do Philly next. And that's it. So it's just going to be a 3-city tour.
okay.
For now.
But that,
Yeah, for now.
For now.
Yes.
say it, speak it, listen. There has to be more of you guys.
Definitely.
There has to be more.
Yeah,
This is
people
just the
love
beginning.
to see
Can't
the
get
Golden
enough.
Girls.
Can't
They
get
love
enough.
to see us. They love to see all the clips that we have, the commercials. They love it. So you're right.
The commercials
absolutely
are
has to
funny.
be more.
They're
Yeah.
hilarious.
And
They're hilarious.
I personally don't want people to go through withdrawal. I don't want to be responsible for that myself,
happen.
as a civil servant.
That's gonna happen if
That I
you
am.
guys don't give us more Golden Girls.
You know?
Like seriously. So with the commercials and everything, how is that typically done? Do they tell you just kind of be yourselves? Are they like candid shots? Like, because between you two back there, that intro, my side was numb in stitches from laughing.
The commercials are directed, but then we also add our own flavor to it. as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're given a direction and then we just run with it.
Yeah, exactly. It's all written out. It's a whole day of production.
And we just
Our
build on it.
costumes are well thought out and planned. All of that is all planned out. Just like Akiba said, we just come and they tell us this is what you're going to be doing, this is what you're going to be saying, and then we put our own spin on it.
That was a great segue into my next question, because there's so much that you guys are offering with this play. It's so much connection to the audience. You can relate to it. It's so much humor. But then there's the personalities mixed with the costumes. So who actually does your costumes?
Kia Campbell.
Kia Campbell.
Yes.
Is she a part of DC Black Broadway?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes, she told us what to wear.
She's a
today.
wardrobe stylist.
Yes.
Or,
She did.
yes.
She did.
Yes.
I love that. Well, you guys are absolutely coordinating. You guys look beautiful in your
you.
golden
Yes.
color.
Thank
your
you.
skin tone. I absolutely love it.
Well, today
Yes,
we
ma'am.
came together in synchronicity by accident. To be honest with
So
you.
this wasn't planned?
She
It
told us
was
to wear
not.
vibrant colors.
Yeah.
Oh, she didn't say wear gold.
No, and it just happened this way.
Yeah.
And in true Rosie form, like you said, we are a lot like our characters. When she got here, she was like, oh, I
She's like, I didn't see that thread.
I love you just being you, though.
Yeah.
I love the red
Yes.
glasses and the
Thank
red
you.
lips.
And she's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's perfect.
really
It's
It has
perfect.
such a beautiful personality.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It
You can
doesn't.
tell.
It doesn't care what. It doesn't matter what she wears. Yeah.
I absolutely love that. So you guys are doing a 3 tour. Is there any thoughts of you finishing the tour and coming back to DC?
Absolutely. Actually, DC Black Broadway has a residency at Bethesda Jazz and Blues Supper Club.
Okay.
So there will be an array of different plays that will happen throughout this year, and I think some of next year. We just held a really huge audition in DC. A lot of talent came through, so a lot is to come from DC Black Broadway, including more Golden Girlz.
More Golden Girlz.
And to add to that,
Yes, ma'am.
it would be remiss of us not to make our way on down to my hometown of Baltimore.
And do a show.
Because there is a city winery there too.
Well, you guys hold that thought. We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You are a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card exchange would say, thank you for being a friend. Oh, they're my girlfriends, y'all.
Welcome back to the Chelley Roy Show. I am joined again here with the cast of the Golden Girlz. Welcome back, ladies.
Thank you.
And so you were saying you would like for us to come back to your hometown?
Of Baltimore City, you know, go ahead and make our way on down there, show them a little bit of the flavor. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
For sure. So it sounds like what you just said, DC Black Broadway has an amazing of things that they're working on, the production. And talk to me about the difference between your regular stage play, theater, versus the theater play or the production, the dinner production.
Well, this is the first time I've ever done dinner theater.
Okay.
I like it because people are relaxed. They're able to eat and drink.
Yeah.
A lot of our play is interactive, where we get audience participation.
Nice.
So it's really personal.
Okay.
It's a smaller
That's
important.
important.
Setting, so it's more personal. So, and you really get to practice your acting skills because people are right here up on you. So you get to really put it out there and show what you got.
I love that. So the first performance at City Winery, and this is for each of you guys, how nervous were you, or were you nervous?
I
I'm
was.
never nervous.
I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I had butterflies.
It's okay.
But you know, we all did a
How'd you get through it?
well, we prayed.
Yeah.
You know, so we did
That's
a
a good
big
way.
prayer before the show. And, you know, I think for me, it's normal to get a little bit nervous, but once I get
course.
out there,
Yeah.
the adrenaline starts going and the nervousness goes out the door.
Quickly.
Right.
Quickly.
So once you get out there and you get a taste of what the audience is, like how they're reacting to you, it's just like, yes, I'm
Absolutely.
here.
It's the energy. That's why it's so important for
Yes.
me here. And now I understand it, you know, with creatives, entertainers, performers, you rely on that energy. It's magnetic. You know what I mean? So I can relate to that.
Yeah.
So what about you? Are you nervous?
I'm not gonna lie. Before I hit the stage, I'm trying to memorize my lines again. I'm forgetting my lines again. Everything is going in my head. I have so many thoughts. I've learned that I need to focus on something else before I go on stage.
Yeah.
I have to clear my mind, whether that's with a song, having a conversation with somebody else, because I will get caught up in
Yeah.
trying to cram and
Just be
remember.
perfect.
And when I hit the stage, I will forget a line. So I've learned not to do that. But before I do go on stage, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I have butterflies. But once I get on stage, it's everything seems natural and everything comes together and there's just a tempo and a flow for everything.
Right.
Yeah, but beforehand,
Yeah. No,
I ain't
and
gonna
that's
front.
normal, that natural nervous
Yes.
feeling. But isn't it amazing how it just automatically goes away?
I don't get
in your
nervous.
head.
Yeah, I'm a ham.
I'm never nervous. I can't wait. I'm counting down like,
I love you too.
Yeah, I don't get nervous
So
at
you're
all.
never nervous and you're never nervous.
Oh,
You're
I'm
like
never nervous.
ready to nail it.
Oh my God.
That's
I'm
a
like,
that's
I
a
can't wait to
blessing.
say my
It
part.
really
That's a
is.
blessing.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
And it really is. It truly is. But I'm never nervous. I'm more nervous before a work call.
I am nervous in traffic court. That's me. That's the only time I get nervous.
I think we're all nervous in court, period.
That's the only time I get nervous. I'm used to performing on stage, and we all are. But
Yeah.
I do stand up, so that's my lane. I'm just so used to having to be in an audience area that, like you said, we have to rely on their energy and things like that. So, and I've been performing since I was 2. Not like comedy, but I used to do a little dance, little ballet.
Listen, a little something.
Just to intervene, I think also with my nervousness, it's different. When I do TV, I'm not nervous.
Yeah.
When I'm filming a film, I'm not nervous at all. But it's something about that live theater and that audience and other people's presence right there in front of you that will get my hands sweaty and I have to wipe my hands on Look, I'm nervous. But when I
you
do
don't have
TV,
those takes. It's because there's no takes.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta get it there.
and just go with it. Right.
And I started in theater, and when I was a teenager, many moons ago, I was on a show called Teen Summit on BET, and it was a live show.
Yeah.
So I grew up doing things live. I've done more theater and live production than I've done film. So
I'll get the hang of it. I'll get the hang of it. Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, with theater,
embedded.
and
You got
hopefully
it.
I won't be nervous one day at all. But
No, it'll come. But I mean,
with
it's
that
nothing
theater,
wrong with
No one can tell that she's nervous when she puts.
I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say that. It's
Yeah,
nothing
nobody can
wrong
tell,
with
but it's-
being
I know.
nervous. These 2 young women are truly blessed. To
Yes,
just be
to
able
have
do
it,
what they do
yeah.
and not be nervous. But it's nothing wrong with being nervous.
Oh, not at all.
You know what I mean? And like you said, once you get into it and you just start feeling the energy and you just forget about it and you just nail it every time. That to me is the amazing part. How that
Yes.
happens. So I can definitely relate to that.
Can I say that I love your makeup artist, Ashley? She did my
Amber?
makeup. Amber. I'm
Yes.
sorry,
Me
Amber.
too.
I've met her before. She did my makeup one time, and she's just so friendly and pleasant.
she?
So when you said, I was like, oh, I know her. She's nice.
Yeah,
she's really nice, and
really
she's so
sweet.
professional. I just wanted to mention that again, and also to Mrs. Bynum. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for what you do. It matters.
Absolutely.
It's very
That
important.
absolutely matters.
Very
Cheers for
important.
you.
Thank you. We can survive. Absolutely. So if you guys are going to be in town, make sure you get a ticket. Go to the gala.
I'm gonna try
That
to
would
get
be
my
great.
ticket.
I
Yeah.
love galas.
That will be great.
I've never been to one before.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love galas.
that will be great. So yes, that's what I was saying. For them to come join us, it's going to be a great time. I'll be there. So you guys come hang out.
looking
with me.
fabulous.
And
Thank you. Thank you. So, one last thing that you could give in terms of advice to an aspiring actor and your social media handles.
Well, for me, everybody knows my line is "Make moves, baby." Always be in motion. Always continue to progress, proceed. Just make moves, baby. Continue to do something.
Powerful.
And if it's acting you want to do, then make moves, baby. Do it. If it's singing you want to do, make moves, baby. Do it.
Powerful.
If it's rapping you want to, make moves, baby. What are you doing? Make
Simple
moves,
but
baby.
powerful.
That's it. Make moves, baby.
You, Bianca?
Well, with me, I think that speaking personally, when life started, I wasn't able to focus on my true self and my true dreams because, life got in the way, kids, work, whatever. I would say to those folks out there that want to do anything, whether it's acting or whatever it is, just to remember you do have a lot of life. So don't ever give up. Even if life gets in the way and you're living in the moment, do it. But always remember who you truly are and get back into it. It's going to happen. Don't be down on yourself.
Love that.
I love that.
And what's
You have
your
a lot of
social
love.
media handles?
My social media handles on Facebook, I am Kim Graves. That is my real name, Graves, but I already have 5,000 people. I probably can't accept you, but just go on and put it on anyway, I might. But on Instagram, I am _who gon' check me, because ain't nobody gonna check me. I always say that.
I love it. What about you?
For me, I'm almost saying the opposite of Kim, but I'm not. Someday doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Someday isn't a real thing. Someday is something that we take for granted. So if it's something that you want to do, go for it immediately. Go for it now.
Amen.
That's just my whole thing. Just go for it. Work, great. You got other job? Take the other extra time. We got 24 hours in a day. So if it takes 1 or 2 hours, take them 2 hours and do it for you.
And do it.
My social media handles are a bunch of things. So my Twitter is Anita the Wade, so THEE Wade. My Facebook is Anita Wade, and my Instagram is AYYYY. Was that 4 of them? 4 E's, WADE. So it's A Wade.
And you, beautiful.
Well, my advice as an actress, or if you want to be an entertainer, is to be consistent, because you're going to hear 1,000 no's before you hear a yes, especially in the entertainment industry.
Yes.
Also, I would have to say that you should just be professional, because, you know, a lot of times people get on set, they're rude, they're nasty, and you're not doing anything but messing up your future opportunity.
Amen.
Because it's a small world. The entertainment industry is a small world. Everybody knows everybody.
Powerful. And your social media handles?
My social media on Instagram is at Akiba Robinson Actress. So that's at AKIBAROBINSONACTRESS. On Facebook is Akiba Robinson Actress. And Twitter is Akiba Robinson Actress.
I love that. So Bianca, if you don't mind telling everybody where they could go to get tickets, where they could go to find out more information about the Golden Girlz.
Well, if you want to find out more about DC Black Broadway, then we are at dcblackbroadway.com. If you want to purchase tickets to the Golden Girlz, then you would go onto citywinery.com. And please always visit the Bethesda Jazz and Blues main page for our future shows that we'll be having.
Perfect. I want to say thank you to all of you amazing and beautiful women for being before me today. I have one last request. Is there a way that you close out the show, the play? Can you
Actually
close
with
us
our
out
theme
in
song.
unison, please?
Yeah, but we can't sing it well.
Okay.
Sing it, Anita.
Which is thank you for being a friend.
Yeah, take us out.
Travel down the road and back again.
Hey.
Your heart is
Keep
true.
going.
You're
Give it
a
up
pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew,
Hey, hey.
you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.
They're my girlfriends, y'all.
Thank you. Thank you for tuning into the Chelley Roy Show. I am grateful for everyone who continues to support me. Thank you for everyone who follows the show. If you guys are interested in booking a performance on the Chelley Roy Show, you guys follow me on the Chelley Roy Show on Instagram. You guys, thank you and have a great night.